Today is going to be a good day. So hello everyone and welcome back. Third part of our McConnell restoration. Today is going to be a good day. Today we are getting paint on this. It's going to look completely different, hopefully, by this evening. It's just gone 1:30 now, and I know my spray man is on his way, and he's just collecting all these bits and pieces of tools, and we're using my new compressor to do the spraying, which is handy. It saves him having to bring his stuff with him. We have the paint all set up and we're ready to get paint on it. I'm after spending this morning sanding it down again, sanding off most of the edge primer. I'm just going over it with a wee bit of sandpaper just to get a nice key on it so that the primer will take to it nicely. But we have everything more or less ready. Everything's covered that shouldn't get paint on it. The tank is all sanded down as well. I've sanded it all down, and what I've done then was I got a rag and a bit of petrol. I went over the whole thing and cleaned the whole thing down so it's nice and clean and ready for paint. So it's exciting. It's nice to see paint finally gone on it, because it's getting to the middle of August now. It is the middle of August, you may say, and 1st September doesn't belong coming around, but we might use it probably to mid-September, end of September. I don't like cutting hedges just in the first week of September, because you still get a bit of growth coming. I like to wait till nearly practically into October. Mid-October would be great. Start cutting them then. I might just trim back hedges along the roadside and things like that before that, but any other hedge I'll probably leave. If the weather permits, I'll leave until it's a bit closer to the middle of October. That way I'm getting a good cut, not as much out of vegetation. It'll be starting to die off as well. So that's the idea there. This paint we're using, now a lot of you are going to say this paint's rubbish. A couple of people did comment and say, whatever you do, don't use this Tall paint. Tall, is that what you call it? Yeah. So I am using it. So I ordered and I came in Clark's, and I could have picked other brands. Even the paint man who's been painting for donkey's years told me he could get 2-pack paint, or maybe even car paint or whatever, and do it with that. I don't know a huge amount about paints, to be honest with you. It's just something I've never had to know much about. But he looked into this a wee bit further. This doesn't have a hardener in it, but when he sprayed a couple of bits and pieces that used to be hanging up, you remember in the last video we had bits of guards and things hanging up, but they're all gone in his spray boot, and they're all coming back today. I'm looking forward to seeing how nice they look. But he said it's actually a great paint. Downfall to it is it's going to take a long time to dry. He sprayed it on the following morning in the spray boot. He said it was like glass. It's a real hard finish, he says. But he says he noticed any panels that he left sitting anywhere, you can see these little bits of dints coming in the paint, even a couple of days after it's painted. So he says it's going to take a few weeks for that paint to fully cure. I'm fine with that. Next thing I have to do then is fit the controls make a little bracket that I can sit the control in and out of. I have to figure out the best way of doing it. So if you have a 6000 series Massey, and you have a lever set that's going to be the same, it's hidden in there at the minute, but a lever set, 3 lever set that's going to be the same as what's in mine. Show me how you fixed it into the cab of yours, because I would be keen to know what the easiest way is of doing it. Compressor is all set up. Really liking that compressor. Done a lot of work with it already, and it's got everything it needs. It's as smooth can be. It's sitting there now with pressure built up. It's ready to go. By right, people are going to say, have you got a moisture trap? I don't. For spraying, yes, you probably would want a regulator and a moisture trap. It has neither, but my spray man says it'll be fine. He says it'll be fine. The weather's really dry at the minute. He says there's no real moisture today. It's just a perfect day for spraying, so don't worry about it. He says it'll be fine for the day. But I will end up getting a regulator for it and a moisture trap. It just kind of all bounced on me at the one time. I haven't got this very long, and I didn't really know much about them when I was buying them in the way of that, so it'll be grand. That came from, as you can see, Howden's, Bonboy, Ballyconnell, County Cavan. They have a great store, I have to say. Absolute brilliant store. I'm going to definitely be back there, probably more often than I should, but they've got everything you could want for a garage, with even lifts, even your larger car lifts and everything there, them all there. I even see lifts there for motorbikes and quads. Just, they have everything you could need in a garage. So today's video is sponsored by the Decal Shed. You can check them out there. Just pop up there on the bottom of the video, and the link will be in the description if you want to go over there and get your stickers. Colin, the man that owns that business, is going to be coming down himself, and he's going to be going through the whole thing and putting on the stickers for us. I'm looking forward to that happening. Probably not be for a couple of weeks yet, just to make sure the paint has completely went off. The stickers won't cause more of a problem than anything. So I hear a noise now, and sounds very like my man is here, so I'll go out and meet him, get set up, and we'll get some footage of it being sprayed. So it's the morning after the night before. It's just gone 11 o'clock and I'm just back for doing a few jobs. And great news is, all is sprayed. And man, does it look good. Got loads of little bits of flies and things on it, but nothing that's stuck, because last night we were just lucky. I thought there was going to be loads of midges because we walked away. Well, I shouldn't say I walked away. My man walked away and till about 9:30 last night. So we thought maybe midges and things would come in and stick to it, but nothing stuck to it. It's really, really good. We've really got like a new finish. There's no pitting or anything on it. It just was worthwhile taking all the time just to sand it all down and get it all into good shape. Very hard to get in there, but we got a lot of it done. Just a very, very hard place to get in at, but it's, yeah, it's still done, and it's still, everything's covered. Probably in another day or so I'll take all this covering and stuff off, but I don't want to touch anything just yet. Just want to leave that paint dry and don't disturb it in any way. The head itself is done. As you can see, it's looking cracking well. Really, really, really happy. Little fly stuck right in the middle of it. Nasty little prick. Just put himself right in the centre of it. But apart from that, I'll wait till it dries, pick that out of it and put a little bit of touch-up paint on it. But otherwise, great. That's a real hard paint. So what I mean by hard is it's an enamel paint. So it's very slow drying, although this was only painted last night and this is dry. It's a lovely soft mirror finish, but if you run your finger to rub it on it, you will dent the paint. So it's going to take a couple of weeks for that to dry properly. Although we've great dry weather at the minute, we could not have got a better day than yesterday for painting. But just other bits that he had sprayed, that were sprayed maybe in the booth about a week ago, still haven't fully dried. So it's just important to give it plenty of time now to dry, and that's what I will do. I won't disturb it now for at least 2 weeks before I do anything else to it. I can strip all the plastics and things off it. I can get the brackets ready for mounting. I can walk away them things, no problem, but stickers or anything like that, they'll all have to wait until this is dry, and even putting on the rubbers and things. I have to still source a rubber for the back of it. But thank you to everybody who messaged me on Instagram and Facebook, because everybody had great ideas of what I could use. So I have loads of options there now. There's even people offering conveyor belts and things to me, which is just super. So thanks very much. So we are going to get that sorted. But otherwise, I'm stoked. I'm really, really happy with that. I walked in this morning, looked at it and said, no, I was just in good form. I was in really good form. It's a machine I'm glad I've got, and things are just working out really, really well. My man just knocked it out of the park. He couldn't have done a better job. Stuck to it. He put on 2 coats of primer and 3 coats of paint. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. Also, so you remember the A-frame now, it's painted and sitting up like that. Again, we have to be just careful where we stand again, because the paint could dent. It's okay so far. That's the panel there that goes on, again, the oil tank at the back. Again, nice and clean. And here is the 2 brand new covers to replace the ones over there that are broken. So they're going to look really well. They're going to clean the whole thing up an awful lot when they're put on. Again, a lovely finish. It's a lovely mirror finish. I don't know if the light can show you there, but it's a really, really nice finish that's on it. We've other bits and pieces just to pick up yet, but we're 3/4 of the way there. The painting is the hard job. Everything else is still kind of falling into itself. It's just a lovely high gloss finish. It's going to be really durable. I can tell definitely just by looking at the type of paint that it is, it's going to be very durable. So that's what we wanted. It's a real hard paint which suits this hedge cutter to the ground, because it's going to get knocked and chipped from branches and stuff flying. So we wanted a good strong paint. People didn't like, a lot of people said they didn't like this paint. Well, I've done a lot of research on it, and I even contacted McConnell themselves, and yeah, it came across as being one of the best paints you can actually get for this machine. Our compressor that we got, there's a video on it. I don't know which will be up first, video on it being put together or this video, but it worked really well. It just needed all the 200 litres to actually keep the spray gun going, especially when we got onto the bigger areas, but it worked really well. We're going to be putting it back in the shed now today and just tidying this whole place up. It'd be lovely now just stripping all this back and just knowing that everything's, you know, I spend a lot of time masking, taping up, because I don't like overspray. You're going to get it in another place, but most of it is covered as best I could, and I'm glad I covered it well. Took that extra bit of time to cover it well, because you don't really want a messy looking overspray on things, because then you know, it just doesn't look right. Well, to me it wouldn't look right. So here it's grand. Now I get this cap now polished up, nice and silver, get a clear coat on it, keep it from rusting again. Progress has been slow, but we haven't been rushing. We were just too busy doing other jobs, so we're just getting down to it now, because today is the 14th of August, so it's time to start getting things put together. Again, now the rest of this month's going to be all drying, and then a couple of days working on it, we'll finish everything, get the controls mounted in the cab of the tractor. Remember, if you have it on a 6 series lever controls on a 6 series Massey, please hit me up, let me know, send me pictures on Instagram. I'd love to see how it was done. We get that all mounted up, make sure all the cables are nice and free. They seem to be, but we just check it all through. Then we go through the flails again. Although they were checked and all, I still see a few loose ones that's there, so I might replace the bolts and bushings and some of those. We're just going to leave it right. There is an issue with some of the pipes. I'm going to look into that. I'm not going to just go over and aboard replacing the hip of things yet. I might just do this season with it, and then bit by bit, over time, replace pipes here and there, and just anything that needs to be replaced. Like, that's what I say. Next year we might paint the arm, might tidy it up a bit, just bits and pieces here and there, but it's a working machine. It's a machine that's going to get scrapped. I just wanted to get it cleaned up so that when I have it, it looks fresh to start off with. Next time you see this, column might be here, putting on the stickers and stuff. So if you have any interest in getting stuff for your own machinery or something down the line, make sure to watch, and he'll explain his business to you on the video. And I'll put a link in the description now how you can contact him privately if you want to have a chat. He's a nice guy. Don't be afraid to give him a call. He'll explain everything that he does, and he's bound to find something that suits you. So that's it for the day. I'm a happy man now to see all this work being done. It's another little job ticked off the list, and that's always a good thing. I can't wait to get it finished on the tractor and all running nice and smoothly and get battling into these hedges now sometime in September, October. But I'm really happy. I can't see any problems. It's a simple enough machine. Good sturdy machine is well known, so should be fine with it. We'll be covering all them things when them days comes. The first day when it's out and about, I'll probably be a disaster using it, but look it, I'll learn as I go along. Till the next one, folks, hit that sub button if you haven't already subscribed, give us a like, hit the little bell in the right hand corner to notify you when our videos is up, and until the next one, we'll chat to you again.